I'd like to welcome back to Out in the Air Spotlight from the Chicago Street Theater, and they're going to tell us about their upcoming TeenFest. And of course, we have Lisa Formosa-Parmigiano and Avery Thompson and Mandy Rebinson, and they're going to tell us about TeenFest. But first, Lisa, I want to ask you a little bit about the half-life of Maria Curie. You just finished, that was a 2-woman show. Tell us a little bit about that before we talk about TeenFest.
Well, I think it was a real celebration of friendship. Women, 2 women from history that we do know about Marie Curie, but we don't know much about Hertha Ayrton. And I think it was a fantastic experience. And I just think Lauren Gunderson's work is always amazing. Her writing is phenomenal. The direction with Alison Granite and then assistant directed by Teresa House. Everybody really just put in a dedicated, I don't know. I thought it was a real beautiful production.
So, Lisa, how did it feel being on stage? Usually you're organizing everything to do with the theater behind the scenes.
It's always really a treat for me. I'm grateful for every moment. I never anticipate really having the opportunity to be on stage, but when it comes up and I audition and get in a role, I am always just extremely grateful. And this is one that was exceptional to me. It was just an amazing role to play. It was wonderful to work with Barb Malangoni. We've known each other for a very long time and have never worked together. And even though Hertha talked way too much and there was too much to memorize, I was really very, very grateful for it.
Yeah, it's a rich character. So, yeah. Avery, this is you're back again. You did the senior level last year as well. So can you talk about this year's experience and what you're doing?
Yeah, this year there are 2 seniors. So I wrote a small duet piece called The Waiting Room. It is about 2 girls who have been best friends since kindergarten. They are now seniors in high school, and they have not spoken in several months, but then they run into each other in the waiting room of the doctor's office, and through their conversations and their internal thoughts, that's how they reveal why they're at the doctor's office in the first place, but also why they have not spoken in a long time.
Excellent. Cool. And then, Maddie, you wrote a piece also for the TeenFest, and tell us for what level that was and a little bit about that.
Okay. The play that I wrote is called Boil the Frog. It's for level 2. That's the higher grade, not quite seniors, but close. And it's about basically this kid stumbles upon an abandoned baseball field and then calls an alien, basically, and the alien spends the whole rest of the play trying to get home. And it's that, and it's about like the pressures that teens nowadays are facing, and just kind of coming of age. But it's also got this through line of their interactions with this alien that's on our planet.
That sounds so exciting.
So, Lisa, this is actually the culmination, the TeenFest, which is coming up in May 22nd and 23rd, the culmination of your whole program there at Chicago Street Theater, the ensemble. Tell us a little bit about the teen ensemble.
Well, the teen ensemble started because it was about 5 or 6 years after I'd started teaching at Chicago Street, and there were enough students that had progressed from being in the seeds class, 1st and 2nd graders, all the way up to being in junior high and high school. And I was fortunate enough that they wanted to stick around, and they needed to be challenged at a higher level because they I was the only instructor at that time. So they'd been working with me for 6-7 years. So I created the teen ensemble, and the idea was, I remember when I was in high school, and because I always looked older, I always played the, moms and the 60-year-old roles. And I really thought it was very important for them to find a way to express what they were going through in life, to be able to navigate through all of that through the arts. And so the purpose of the teen ensemble is to give them an advanced workshop where they get some training that they're not even really sure. Half of them I don't think understand like the advanced level work that they do sometimes, and that they then end up working as an ensemble to create a play that is about being in high school, where they play high schoolers and they talk about what it's like to go through high school. And so this is our 11th celebration of the TeenFest, and it's progressed and grown. And I've had Maddie with me now for the past 5 years, And Avery is an alum and then came back and has just been phenomenal working with us. And so, although I'm not ready to retire yet, I feel like I would be very remiss as an educator if I didn't teach them how to do it on their own. And so I'm experiencing a real beautiful thing at the theater right now where there's another generation that's coming up they're going to take over someday, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, and I think the community is grateful to you for giving them this opportunity, because what you get in school is only so much. And so what you're doing is providing a real opportunity for them to decide whether this might be a career choice as well.
Hopefully, yes, exactly.
Well, in our final moments here, we want you to tell us about location, dates, times, tickets, and whatever else is available.
The TeenFest will take place at Chicago Street Theater on Friday, May 22nd. The doors will open at 6, and the curtain will have the first show at 6:30, and it should be over. We're having a senior showcase. It should be over by 9 p.m. There's an intermission. Then Saturday, May 23rd, there'll be 2 shows. There'll be a matinee where the doors open at 2 and the show will start at 2:30. And then there'll be an evening show where the house will open at 6 and the first curtain will be at 6:30. So we'll see 3 full productions of it, May 22nd and 23rd.
Great. That's Lisa Formosa-Parmigiano along with Maddie and Avery at the Chicago Street Theater at chicagostreet.org. Thank you for coming on Art on the Air Spotlight.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Best of.
Art on the Air Spotlight and the complete 1-hour program on Sunday is brought to you by Ember Forge Consulting with end-to-end expertise in learning strategy, design, and implementation. Ember Forge turns your organization's knowledge into impact. To learn more, visit emberforgeconsulting.com.